I have Toronto indie artist Jason Hogan with me here today, here on Hits and Hooks, just for the record. Thanks for talking with me, Jason.
Thanks, Matt. It's a pleasure to be here.
I've been listening to your album, Sex, Politics, Religion, and Death. My fave song, I have to say, is So Mean to Me, a fascinating superposition of relationship dynamics and mathematics language. Can you give us a little backstory there?
Yeah, sure. So I love the blues, and the lyrics I don't particularly like are the ones that have the basic math. So 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 and 2 is 4, and so on. So I thought everyone nowadays has grade 8 math, at least in the first world. So why not write a blues song with grade 8 math? And I wrote it, and I was laughing as I wrote it. It just sounded ridiculous, and I thought, well, that's never stopped me before. So why not try it out with an audience? And audiences usually laugh too and get the joke. So I've kept that one in my repertoire. So it's standard blues song. Since we're talking about hooks on the show, the main hook, it just has a nice little, it's just triplet, swing, 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 and it goes into standard 12-bar blues. And then I revisit that halfway through and just do a truncated version of it, and then bring it back at the end, the full version of the hook, and that's about it. It's a very simple song, but just unusual and quirky and funny lyrics. So,
well, yeah. I love the lyrics. I think, I love your guitar playing on this one too, and all your songs on that record, but on the album. But the lyrics in this one particularly gets me. My fave line is pi is equal to 3.14 ...
Yeah, that almost always gets a laugh. Yes.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not sure why I like it so much. But it's very visual for me. I guess I see somebody writing it out. 3.14 ... or something. Yeah. Are there other particular lyric lines in the song that stand out for you, that you're particularly proud of?
I don't know about proud of for any of those lyrics, but as I said, I just had fun writing it. But I guess I like that interplay of the 3.14 ... I get all of that, but I tell you what, I don't got. So I rhyme got with dot, and it just has that. It goes back to the very blues style of lyrics. Yeah, that one, and she's got a PhD in being mean. That's another one.
That was a good one too. I like that one too. I actually like the line 1 and 1 and 1 is it 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, or no? Do I have that wrong? At the beginning. Yeah. At the beginning? Oh no, it's 13 squared is 169 yes. Or something like that. I like that one yes. too. I don't know why. I like it, but it just sort of really catches you. How about instrumental licks in that song? Because, your guitar playing is superb. And is there particular licks that you are a favorite and that you really, consciously directed towards that song?
Yeah, just that, the one I mentioned before, just that intro lick, the triplet, swing,
oh, yeah, yeah.
And the bit of a run that follows back up to the E chord. And then just bringing it back in the middle. The truncated version, so it reminds the listener of that lick, and then at the end, the full thing. That's it. It's coming to an end.
Yeah, cool. Why don't we let our listeners hear the song that we're talking about? So here's "So Mean to Me," Jason Hogan.
13 squared is 169. No one ever accused my baby of being kind. Square root of 169 is 13. My baby's got a PhD in being mean. So mean to me, she's so mean to me. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. If I live to be 103, I still won't understand why my baby is so mean to me. architecture of a building is based on geometry. The architecture of my baby is based on being mean. Pi equals 3.14 dot dot dot. I get all of that, but I'll tell you what I don't got. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. If I live to be 103, I still won't understand why my baby is so mean to me. Well, if I live to be 103, I'll never understand why my baby is so mean to me.
Great song, love it. So, Jason, when writing or composing, do you tend to write music first or lyrics first?
I write them separately, actually. So I have a notebook full of random lyrics. Anytime something comes to me, I'll just jot it down. And sometimes that could be 3 or 4 verses, and other times it might just be a line of prose, something interesting that popped in my head or I heard on the street. And then the music comes when I'm just noodling around, usually, maybe just warming up. And then I hear something and say, oh, wait a minute, that's something. And I'll work on it. And then just hum a melody along with playing the guitar, drinking water, beer, whatever the case might be. Nonsense lyrics to get the melody. And then when I think I have a melody that matches the verse, I will get that notebook out and see if anything matches that syllable pattern.
Ah, interesting.
Get it in, and then it comes together.
So generally speaking, it's kind of a musical seed that or an instrumental seed that'll come first, and then you go to melody, and then you go to lyric.
Yes, that sounds right. Yeah, and the lyrics are kind of there already.
Yeah, they're okay. You look through your book to see what lyrics might fit. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. So why don't we talk about instrumentation for a little bit? In this track, indeed, the whole album, your guitar playing, I have to say, is terrific, very accomplished. How do you approach your guitar arrangements? Because I imagine there's quite a big step between noodling around and say, hey, there's something, and the final arrangement.
Yes, for sure. When I start, it's simple. It's just the chords or maybe a basic riff and then the chorus. So the basic structure would be verse chorus for most rock or blues songs. And then I try to embellish it with some interesting licks or fills because a lot of these I'm generally just playing by myself. So it's just me and acoustic guitar, and what can I do to make that more interesting? So that's how I start developing it from there.
And is there like a particular sort of instrumental idea that you carry through a song, or is it kind of like for this moment in the song this sounds right, and this moment in the song that sounds right? Or
I'd say I generally carry it through, especially if it's riffs or licks and things like that. The only exception would be a solo. The solo is just standalone. But again, when I'm playing solo, then I would have to kind of hit a root note and then a little solo lick and another root note, and to keep the harmony and the melody cohesive. But something like Boomerang, I think we might talk about that in a bit too. That song was just riffs and licks, and it repeats, I think, in total 3 times. Once instrumental, once with lyrics, once instrumental.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So then the listener can see the pattern, and it's not just random noodling around. There's a structure to it. So yeah, it depends on the song, but generally there's a structure and a pattern, and it all ties together.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I have to say I love your solos. I mean, not just in this song, but through most of your songs, you have as I recall, like a pretty interesting solo in every song.
I try to actually. That was my bread and butter for years was
Oh,
electric guitar and rock solos. So I've been trying to bring that over to the acoustic, and a lot of it is transferable. But I think in my next album, I'll bring back the electric guitar for those solos.
okay, interesting. Yeah, it certainly worked on this album, I thought, anyways. Yeah, with your album tracks being mostly guitar and vocal, there was a bit of harmonica, I think, in one or two of the tracks, and a little bit of overdubbed like harmony vocals, but mostly it it seemed to be guitar and vocal. So the guitar is like right up front in every song. How do you go about recording such high definition? It sounded great to me.
I recorded up north in the Bruce Peninsula, so in a wooden cottage that had an irregular shape, so it just naturally had great acoustics. I have a
Wow.
decent microphone, and that was it. So it's nothing fancy, nothing too complicated. Just a nice space with nice warm sound.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. I mean, it sounds like Studio A, you know. I mean,
Oh, great! That's
yeah.
good to hear.
So when you're recording, do you record multi-track, like do the guitar and then put the vocal on, or have you record them both together?
No, I have to do it separately. So I'm predominantly a guitarist that taught himself to sing. It's usually one way or the other. A singer that teaches themselves guitar to accompany themselves, or vice versa. So in order to get my vocals spot on, I need to focus entirely on that. So I do the guitar first, and then vocals after.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, it sounded like totally integrated to me. That's why I was asking, because it sounded to me like it was recorded all in one go, you know, and I'm sort of saying to myself, how did you do that, you know?
I prefer that actually with my rock band back in the old days.
Yeah.
We recorded live off the floor, and I love that sound. The Stones did a lot of that too, and there might be a little mistake here and there, but I just like the feel of live off the floor. So if I was recording with the band, I think I'd go back to that. But when it's just me and a acoustic guitar and singing, I had to separate it.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to get the levels right. Yeah, if you're just
Yes,
when you're
absolutely.
doing that.
A
Yeah.
lot of bleeding too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In Hits and Hooks vignettes, we talk a lot about hooks that engage we listeners in songs. Do you consciously add engagement points or hooks to your songs, or do you kind of like go with the flow and then keep the ones that appear sort of out of creative juice, you know?
Oh, interesting. I haven't thought of it that way. I generally think if I'm getting bored with the pattern, the listener will be getting bored with the pattern. So do something, and then I just throw in a fill or a lick or change it somehow. Even if that's something as simple as going from open chords down to bar chords, just to have a different kind of sound and feel. Little changes like that, but something.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So we were chatting before the show, and you were saying that you've adapted this song to a new version. Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to achieve with it now.
So it'll probably be two versions, but
Oh,
first and foremost,
okay.
so the song "So Mean to Me," I think that's the one you're referring
Yeah,
to.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I realized that album kind of sounds like more of a glorified demo because it's all acoustic. I mean, even Bob Dylan had extra instruments coming in, and Nick Drake would have the cellos and string section. So I definitely need to embellish all these songs. But
Okay.
first and foremost, like a lot of people, especially men, as we get older, our voices get deeper. And I was singing very low, and I can sing higher than that. So I switched from the key of E to F sharp. I just put a capo on the second fret,
Okay.
raised it, and that immediately gave it a bit of a lift. So
Yeah.
I did that with all those songs. So I'd have to re-record it in that key, and then that song I'll probably add drums and bass and electric guitar and bring it up.
Yeah,
It-
I could hear that really taking off with that. Yet it would be very different, anyways. But I can definitely see that song working well with a full band. Are you up for a little like live demo, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Of the key change, that version. Is that what you meant? or-
Well, just to give us a sample of what you're thinking next, so we can compare it to to the one that we heard just a little earlier. Interesting that you're doing the key change. So is the key change the main change in the song, or have you changed some of the guitar licks and things like that too?
I won't change the guitar licks, but I probably will bring that up to the electric level.
Ah,
But,
okay.
both,
Yeah,
but in F sharp.
in F sharp. Yeah, so it's mainly to bring your vocals up a little bit and give it higher in your register. That's cool. And it really you only had to go 2 frets or one whole step up from E
Yeah,
to F sharp. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if I go to falsetto in that song or not, but I found that any song where I do that octave leap
Yeah.
into falsetto, I can't go much higher than that. So that's the
Okay.
reason for just bringing it up two
Yeah.
frets.
Well, it's amazing how much what sounds like a relatively little change, two frets or one whole tone, can make to the sound of a song, right? Or the placement of a singer's voice in a song. Okay, great. Well, I'd love to get a little live demonstration.
I'll just play a snippet of the first one, and then the full version with the capo, and then we'll see where we're at.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll just do the vocals for the old one to demonstrate how low my voice sounds in that key now.
Yeah,
And then I'll switch it.
absolutely.
All right.
13 squared is 169. No one ever accused my baby of being kind. The square root of 169 is 13. My baby's got a PhD in being me.
Just give me a second to tune up here with the capo.
13 squared is 169. No one ever accused my baby of being kind. The square root of 169 is 13. My baby's got a PhD in being mean. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. If I live to be 103, I'll never understand why my baby is so mean to me. The architecture of a building is based on geometry. The architecture of my baby is based on being mean. Pi equals 3.14 dot dot dot. I get all of that, but I'll tell you what I don't got. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. She's so mean to me, she's so mean to me. If I live to be 103, I'll never understand why my baby is so mean to me. If I live to be 103, I'll never understand why my baby is so mean to me.
Wow, that sounded great. I mean, I like it at that key, and I like it at the first key too. Actually, when you did the first part of it in the original key, they both sound good. But I can see that the second version has a little bit more energy to it, or yeah, a little bit more. I don't know how to put it actually, but I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah, great, good, yeah. Actually, I don't mind the first one either in this song, but it just sounds more like that really old blues man sitting on a
Maybe
chair,
that.
which it happens and it's real, but the other one just seems to have more energy or more life to it. Or
More
something,
energy, yeah. Okay, I agree. Yeah, very good. And to your album overall, Sex, Politics, Religion, and Death. I suspect an interesting backstory there. You want to fill us in a little bit on that?
On the title,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's an old joke where a businessman is coming to Canada and his boss says, "Remember, in Canada, it's not polite to talk about sex, politics, religion, or death." And the businessman says, "You can't talk about sex, politics, religion, or death. What else is there to talk about?" So basically, it's all the things you shouldn't talk about in one album.
So you're breaking all the rules in one
Yeah,
spot.
and most people, when they hear that title, they laugh too, just because it's so over the top of the expectation. But
That's good. So, what do you have lined up for your next projects?
so the next project will be a bit of a culmination of the past, say, 25 years. I'm going to pick my 10 favorite songs and record them and then orchestrate them. And that's the part I haven't figured out yet. I can get carried away with orchestration, as lots of other people in the past have too, and it can ruin a song. So I definitely want to go more than what I did on Sex, Politics, Religion, and Death, which was very bare bones, just acoustic, and start adding bass, maybe a cajon in places, string sections, brass. So that's the key, to add more that enhances it, but not so much that it just clutters it up. I
Right.
haven't figured that part out yet.
And
But yeah, good.
oh no, it's. Are you thinking of having sort of a coherent sound for the album, or sort of this song has this sort of group of instruments, and this song might have another, or what's your thinking along those lines?
So cohesive, definitely. So it sounds like it's the same band on stage with
Okay.
other people coming on in places. So the brass section
Okay.
might
Yeah.
be a song
Right.
here and there, but the nucleus should be the same.
Great. Okay. Well, we look forward to that. Tell us where we can find your music. I know you've got your Sex, Politics, Religion, and Death album. Where would we find that?
So you can find that on all the major places like Apple Music and Spotify, Google Play, I guess, YouTube more than likely. I think Amazon Prime might even have it. And also my website, you can go there and you can find out more information about what I'm up to and hear some songs there too.
Okay. Well, and your website is.
jhoganmusic.com.
Okay. Great. I'll put those links in the description. And how about live playing? I know you're from Toronto, right? And where if we were visiting Toronto, or next time we're in Toronto, where might we hear you play?
Well, I have a gig for St. Patrick's Day at an undisclosed location because they're already packed and they don't want me advertising it, which is a great problem to have. I've never had that problem with promoters in the past. But generally speaking, I'll be playing around Toronto in the Roncy Junction area. That's my favorite place because I can walk home from the gig. And but I also like to play around at other venues up north in the Bruce sometimes. Yeah, wherever I can play. It's on my website. I usually post it and promote it on Facebook.
Okay,
and
cool.
things.
And how's Toronto for the live indie scene? A really happening place, or where would you direct somebody to kind of look for an indie night out?
Ooh, I'll say two areas. So I love my area. The Junction, Roncy area has great pubs. The local Intersteer in the Junction, there's Rod and Gun has actually turned into a good place for music. And outside of that, I guess right downtown, the old neighborhoods of the Annex, around Chinatown there, or anything around U of T, basically. The Annex is a great student hub still, so you can still hear good music there too.
Very cool.
And the Horseshoe and
Oh
Lee's
yeah, the
Palace,
Horseshoe.
they're
Yeah,
legendary places. Yeah.
sounds like a happening place. Very good, very good. Well, thanks, Jason, for talking to me today. I'll take us out with our song "Boomerang" from the same album. Is there a backstory there you want to leave us with, maybe?
Sure. I was in Cuba. I don't know if I had too much sun and rum the day before, but I woke up with this the remnants of a dream that I was a boomerang and flying around. And I thought it's kind of like life, the cyclical nature of life. And I wrote it all down. And then later, when I was thinking more clearly, I thought it's kind of ridiculous to have a song from the perspective of a boomerang, but I liked it and I liked the music, so I left it. And audiences, I don't know if they hear the lyrics half the time or not, but
Right.
they seem to be okay with it, and the music is interesting and engaging. So,
Oh, yeah, I really like the music of that song. Yeah.
oh, thanks, yeah. So I've kept that one in my repertoire as well.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks, Jason. Here's Boomerang, Jason Hogan.
Thank you, Matt. It's been a pleasure.
I've been traveling for so long, can't remember where I go. Seems like I've done this all before. The wind and I are one once more, burning the candle at both ends. I made and lost 1,000 friends. Looks like my train's run out of track. Time to regroup for next attack. I'm going, but I'm coming.